Push him up at the swing the musica. Ooh-wah, 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 ooh-wah.
Oh, that was very nice. Come on up here now. Here's your money. Come on, take it. Don't be bashful. Come on. That's it. Oh, that's good.
Muchas gracias. Thank you too much.
You're a cute little fellow. Say, I've got somebody I want you to meet. Oh, Pudgy. Come here, Pudgy. Come here. We have a guest. See? Isn't he cute? Come on over here. The little chittermunk. Go ahead now. Don't be backward. Go play, that's it. There's nothing to be afraid of. You play around and maybe he'll show you some tricks. That's it. You play nice now, because I have to go out. And when I come back, I may have a surprise for you, if you're good. Huh? Oh, Mr. Organ Man!
Mamma mia, how many times I have to tell you it's a tree box, a tree?
says that his concern is about harmful emotional, academic, and psychological effects of putting kindergartners in masks for hours at a time. Is there any concern from officials that you guys talked to in your early pre-decisional discussions about that?
No, there's not. And I will tell you from personal experience, my rising kindergartner told me 2 days ago she could wear a mask all day.
Still a stupid.
It's such a fine line between stupid and clever. Yeah, she's clever.
There's a fine line indeed, fam. Ring that bell. That's right. It's Irate Prostate. It's Friday night. You know what that means? It's time for the CREEM Stream. That's right. 186 of these, 185. It feels like 7,000 now. But yeah, man, it's we've been doing this damn thing, and coming up September will be like going into our 5th year. So, with that being said, I don't need to. We got good music in the background tonight. I mean, for the intro part, we'll be switching to the different stuff. But anyway, I'm just goofing around. I'm Irate Prostate. We got the CREEM Stream here. We got the CREEM team modified a wee bit. Like I said earlier, we've got a special guest tonight, the one and only Bubonic for you. And Becca can't make it. She has been working her ass to the bone, to a frazzle, and now she is laying in an unconscious state somewhere in her house. So, and we wish her the best. So. Yes, ma'am. So let's see. All right. So A is for Timma. How are you doing tonight?
All right. It's been a little hot up here. I mean, somehow I lost a new voice this week, so I'm still on the move from that. So sorry if I sound funny. Is my microphone sounding okay to everybody? Windows did a massive update last night, and I'm still having to reset a bunch of shit.
It sounds like you're in like I don't know, man. It sounds a little overdriven and then hollow too. It's kind of an echoey. Not. It's like a bright reverby echo. Not though, you know.
I'll be back. I gotta go get my insulin pen I left in the fridge. I'll be back.
Well, need that. That's one pen you can't leave home with. Or without. Excuse me. While I get my shit together over here. Asherella?
Yeah, hey.
Hey.
Sorry.
Man, she was a last minute a fill-in and an awesome person. Want to thank you for filling in. It's a good thing.
Yay. It's always fun. I love it.
Yeah. And Bubonic, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm tired. I've had 6 hours of sleep in the last 2 days, and I lost my hard drive this week, so it's been a rough week.
Oh,
but
Christ.
I'm good. I had a good time last night, man. I was rejuvenated.
Well, good. How'd you lose that hard drive, bro?
I just crapped out.
Yeah, they do that.
It's just like, we were getting ready to do a keynote and commentary, man, and just as I started to load up Adobe, it just crapped out. And then, it gave me the notification that it's not even reading the hard drive or recognizing it or anything. So
crazy.
All this year's work is gone because I didn't have a backup for it. So
dude,
kind of heartbroken.
Oh, that sucks.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, but you got a new hard drive, so
I got a new hard drive, and we're back. And I can make all that up.
Do you are you on Odyssey or on BitChute where you can duplicate your stuff for you?
But it's really there was a lot of stuff that I was working on, projects and stuff.
I bet. Oh man.
Going like that one I talked to you about, and artwork I was working on, and just all kinds of stuff. All of my sets for all my shows are gone.
Dang.
Everything. It's gone.
We should get a couple of flash drives so you got something to store them on once in a while.
That's
what I do. And then I'll go months and forget about backing shit up, and then I'll
that's basically what I did.
It's like a super good lesson that we should all learn from
tonight. Hindsight's 2020.
Back up your shit.
Everyone, back up your shit right now.
It's
dying tomorrow.
That's why I got 3 hard drives.
Yeah, I need to get another one like ASAP. Really.
I just exploded, monkey. I'm in a bad lobby.
Good man.
Anyway,
You know, in the current context, that just sounds.
you sound like a Tema.
A Tema.
Does that sound better? Okay.
Yes.
It was Windows did a fuck up. Fuck you, fucking
Oh.
Windows. Sorry, guys.
I love Windows. Fucking Windows.
Yeah, good old Windows. Well, if you can't count on anything in this world, you can count on Windows fucking your shit up when it updates, right? And I want to thank them for keeping me humble.
Because they fucking fix shit that doesn't need fixing. They fix it when it's not broken all the damn time.
And they release shit that ain't fixed.
They're like, hey, you like Windows XP?
Just
We're gonna
broken
fuck
in
it
a
over.
different way.
Yeah. Because I know people that are still using Windows XP.
No
Because they're
doubt.
like, fuck that shit. I don't like Windows 10. I'm like, have you used it? And they're like, no.
All right. Well, hey,
How do you not?
well, say it to Shagon, and how you doing this week? How's it been?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. I don't know. Just a little tired, kind of, but good.
Yeah. So,
Do you guys ever get the feeling that Shigon's really good at understating what she's experiencing?
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
She's gonna be in labor like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, like there's like
Kinda
this
hurt.
super, super wiggly being inside, and it feels
Wiggly.
funny. And
Saw that in the movie once.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Just wiggly.
very wiggly.
Victoria's down there. Just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Yeah, she's got a whole chicken in there.
It's getting like less and less comfortable all the time at an accelerated rate. Okay.
So,
Go,
all right, so
baby, go.
when does the baby do it?
October 10th.
Dang.
Wow.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's getting towards the goal line.
That's 6 days after my
Keep
birthday.
carrying the ball and keep pointing forward.
I know.
Right?
Pop the thing out on the 4th and we'll have the same birthday.
Might
Nice.
Pop
happen.
that thing out.
Yeah, pop it out.
Pop it out.
Just do some jumping jacks.
It's not quite like a zit.
I hope it's as
don't
easy
think
as
that's how
that
it works.
sounds.
like zit mechanics. It's not quite yet. Get the Dr. Pimple Popper. It's not a guy. Yeah.
Right?
Right. Man, I tried some of that one night here. I mean, a long time ago. And it was just like, people were like, please don't ever do that shit again.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
She's the one that, doesn't she walk around with a cyst on her keychain? Like
That
she's got
is
somebody's cyst on her
effing
keychain.
disgusting.
Like, what
I'm
the
too much of
hell?
a lady to watch that shit.
I don't know. I
Ew.
don't think so, man.
I know one of those channels that the lady was talking about it. She was like, look at my keychain. This was
Yeah.
someone's cyst. Or no, she
Wow.
goes, this is something I cut off of somebody. And it was the keychain.
Ew. How do you
Yeah.
see that? That's like a
That's
bio.
kind of a
That's
serial
like-
killer kind of
How do you
shit.
get away
Yeah, that's
with
kind of like
that?
putting your kidney
Yeah.
stones in the little
I'm sure she
drawers.
asked.
I've seen
You know.
people make keychains out of that.
Yeah, I had
That's-
gallstones, yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, gross,
Yeah,
right?
it's gross as shit, man. They sit around and battle the keys, and you can hear that shit. Like, my body made this. Like,
Like, I am definitely like a total priss when it comes to stuff like that, for sure. Ew.
Priss?
Yeah, like I am not watching somebody pop pimples or looking at somebody's like kidney stone keychain.
Like the physical field
No.
is not your cup of
I've got-
tea.
You know, I've got 3 daughters. I don't have to go to any kind of pimple popping anything.
Yeah, but you can get appreciation for like fractals and shit, you know,
Yeah.
and looking
Yeah.
looking at nature and.
You say so.
As he
If that's
says,
what you.
Irate Hearts, Dr. Pimple Popper. Maybe I do. Maybe I do.
You
But
got
we're
a
not
crush.
Mormon, so you got nothing to worry about, baby. So Stone Monkey, how you doing, man? You been quiet.
I am the Stone Monkey.
I'm still my,
How's your week been, brother?
You know, all right. It was my birthday on Wednesday. You know, it's pretty good.
Hey, happy birthday. I
Happy
forgot to say
belated
that.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Stone
Happy
Monkey.
birthday.
I was supposed to get on GTA with you. I guess we're doing that now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday, GTA stream. yeah.
There you go.
And you're gonna have like a ton more birthdays, Stone Monkey. Like so many.
Yo, yeah.
Hell yeah. 1 million
That's
birthdays.
Yeah. Sorry.
Cursing you with eternal life.
Yeah. Or eternal damnation.
Like, just kill me
whatever
now.
the case may be.
No more birthdays.
Look, I'm done. Thanks.
You know, like on SpongeBob
Trying
when
to-
they're selling chocolate and they go to the house and it's the old lady and she's like in the wheelchair and she's all shriveled up.
Right.
No SpongeBob
Yes.
fans. Okay. Like that's like 1 million birthdays.
Right.
What?
Or just look at your butt.
Oh my god, you gotta do that again.
What?
You're
Oh.
like, what?
I came off
I
way
don't know.
natural. Way natural.
Yeah, and if everybody check, it's like there's only one way to make the DT go away. You know that this is available as a T-shirt now. What you're looking at. Check out my TeePublic. I guess I need to put a link on or some shit.
Seriously?
Yeah, there are. Yeah, the merch down there. There's a merch link, new Stream Elements link, and a PayPal.me link.
Somewhere out there, there's a
Ooh.
demon. There's a demon that's highly offended by this. You know that, right? Like,
Yeah.
About this cultural appropriation of.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Demon
yeah.
cultural appropriation.
Yeah. I'm telling you, they're out there and they're pissed. They're not happy
Yeah,
about
demon culture goes strong. They go deep.
Yeah.
You know,
That's not what you want to piss on.
Hey,
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah. Well, every time they move in, they go, yeah, there goes the neighborhood.
it. That's
You
right.
know? So-
There's a riffraff.
Demons aren't black. Oh, wait. This is the wrong kind of stream for that.
Heyo.
Where's the hoe? No. I'm just being stupid.
Why is the drag version of Uzi on the screen?
Oh.
Bunny.
That's me.
You shall get punched in throat.
Whoa, hold on. Anonymous tips $20. Make it go away, please. Thank you so much.
Aw.
It was just me.
Stream Elements made it work, man. So cool.
Sweet. I keep it as anonymous up there. Sorry, Irene.
It's
Stream
fine.
Elements is kind
We
of walking
appreciate
on
it, Tim.
PayPal, so
Yeah.
yeah, I figured I would help everybody there.
Thank you.
Everybody's appreciative.
The cleansing flames, of Michael the Archangel, and yes, the
Oh.
bam.
I put mine.
There we go.
Hey, y'all, don't forget to like and share this stream because, fucking YouTube and Susan, we love you, Susan. Really, we love you.
They
We
gained
love you
12
so
of my
much.
views in
Ow.
an hour last night. Like when
Dude.
when I shut my stream down, I had 95 views. This morning, I had like 82.
Yeah.
That happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Some
It's all the censors. They're like backing out. I don't understand. I don't think I had any censors at my show last night. I think they were asleep.
Well, I think I'm going to brag about this. That it's, I don't know about y'all, people in the chat, but there was a White Claw ad before this show, and I want to say I salute them. White Claw has the balls to advertise on this show. I'm truly touched.
go by White Claw.
White Claw.
Why not?
That's right. Just save it,
When
man.
I drink, I drink White Claw.
It's
Because they support IRA.
Don't be like Ralph, man. Ralph's not drinking White Claw. See, no one likes Ralph, so don't be like Ralph. Man. Go drink White Claw.
Dude, he's just like, that is, if you ever want to know how to not live life, go look at the Ralph Retort.
Yeah.
It's an entertaining shit show.
Check out the gun.
I wonder if he'll get that
Dude.
interview with
For all your warnings
Christian.
in life.
Ugh.
Because he really wanted that interview with Christian, didn't he?
I don't know,
yeah,
man.
he wants-
Why?
I don't know. He showed up to the arrest.
My God! What are you, 12?
He is.
I am.
Jesus!
More like 10.
I'm like 14, I think, you know.
Well, yeah, at least a 14-year-old has a sense of humor. A 12-year-old is still trying to figure out their ass from a hole in the ground.
That's like my ninth grade me. My ninth grade me is what I'm coming to the internet with.
Hey, that's kind of what I do too.
Yeah.
God.
My ninth grade me didn't talk. I didn't talk to nobody.
This whole thing is all ninth grade shit.
Great lady.
Yeah, especially well, I think it drops a couple grades when you get on Discord. So.
Hey.
You automatically like regress.
You think I got past kindergarten? I'm still pooping my pants. Okay.
Hey, I have an aunt who had to repeat the first grade.
Really?
Oh, dude.
I do.
Oh,
I really do.
You know, I had a cousin that it was like first or second grade, I think.
Yeah, my brother failed second grade. They put him in advanced second grade because my mom was like this child prodigy, and they just assumed he was, but he's a fucking idiot. And so, you know, Catholic schools being so willing to admit when they make mistakes, they just want to go ahead and let him fail.
Nice.
Wow.
At least grade, maybe a third grade. I'm sorry.
When I was going to school, they got rid of all the special shit, and they put everybody in the same classes, and that's when people started getting, failing upward. You know.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I tried all hard all this time, and you're just gonna let people fucking go to the next grade and not even challenge their ass?
Oh, I know. It was such an insult.
Now they're talking about making it so that you can
I
pass
kind
high
of feel
school.
like I lived in the golden age of the education system in America.
They're talking about making it
That's
so
right.
you can pass high school
We
without
learned
proving
with
that you know how to
learned phonics, and we memorized our times tables.
What?
We
If you
can
went to
fucking
school-
balance a checkbook.
I was able to take both Latin and French in high school.
I was going to say, if you lived in South Carolina, you got the equivalent of a bachelor's degree in history.
I am terrible at math, and I like the highest math that I took in high school was like algebra 2, and I had to take it twice, but I need another math credit like to graduate, and I took a math class that it was like consumer math, and that was like I don't know, one of the math classes like most of like college bound kids like took like trigonometry and calculus and stuff, but I was just so bad at math, and so I took consumer math, and it was the most practical math class ever. Like you learn to do taxes, you learn to balance your checkbook, read utility bills, that kind of like figure up like your interest on a car payment. Like it was so practical, and like
sounds like it.
You know what I mean? It was like it was so good, and and I went on to college, and then I took like one like statistics class in college, and then was able to wrangle like a guitar class credit as a math credit and that is how I got math in college. But yeah, it was good, and I think that like despite like what your post high school plans are, you should have to take this class, because like they're like kids that are going out into the world that don't know how to like balance. And I know people don't write checks all that much anymore, and you just check your balance, but like they don't know how to keep track of that. They don't know how to like read utility bills properly. God forbid they try to do their own taxes,
Have you seen these apps they're developing for millennials? These things, it's like walking toddlers through money. It is so fucking mind-boggling.
Well,
These
they're
kids
dumbing-
know
they're
the
dumbing it
basics
down.
of saving money.
Yeah,
I don't know where
when
Basics
everything's so
budgeting.
automated, you don't need smart workers, and so they're building dumb workers because that's all they need.
But they
When
can't
we were
budget.
growing up,
It's
when
a-
me and
Oh.
when me and Irate was growing up, they needed smart workers still because not everything was automated and computerized. Now
Exactly.
they just need meat bags, and that's
Shit,
what they get.
dude. We were only allowed slide rules. We weren't even allowed calculators when I was in school.
Yeah, I got my Casio calculator watch confiscated.
I
Dude,
remember
you
the
still
first.
have it?
I remember the first Texas Instruments
If so, can I have
calculator I
it?
ever saw.
Remember they cost like $300?
Yeah, no,
The
it was almost
TI-83.
$500.
Yeah, they used to hand them out.
Yeah, they had red digital readout on it, and I mean it was fascinating. It would do square roots and shit. It was a fully functional calculator.
And it weighed about 8 fucking pounds, dude.
Maybe 1977, 6.
You could knock somebody out with one of those
I was gonna
motherfuckers
say,
too, dude.
beat somebody to death with it.
Yeah.
Pow, pow,
Like
pow.
program
King
games
like
on
that.
mine.
It was big with a really
Yeah.
small readout. It was-
Yeah.
That should be a Jason kill.
It kind of looked like a speaking spell, y'all.
Like a Michael Myers kill. He just beats somebody with an old calculator.
Yeah, with a Series 1 cell phone from 1983.
There you go.
Dude, brick phones, dude, those are great personal defense
That more
weapons,
is
dude.
those.
My dad had one, and it had like the briefcase, the carry-on briefcase.
That's a car.
with
Wow.
pack and shit, man.
They're
Yeah,
the original cell phones, too.
like an attaché case and shit. He was all bougie like that, though.
I saw one of those at a thrift store once.
Yeah,
My
that phone was
family's
so
first
fucking
cell phone.
expensive, man.
You guys
Wasn't
were so young.
Okay, is it really weird? I kind of want to learn how to use those like beads. You know, like I have like the rows of beads to
That's
do.
an abacus.
Oh, you mean the abacus?
Building and using
Yes,
those in our
yes.
house.
Yeah.
My mind went straight to anal beads.
Yeah.
God damn
Yeah,
it.
Of course it
then you
did.
can-
I know,
I'm
right?
sorry, I
Tommy's
don't.
all about the
okay.
butt stuff.
Then you can go buy pistachios at the Arab market.
Not always.
It just want to be like,
Yeah, I
Holy
can't remember
smoke.
what district it was, y'all, but I've been hearing that some high school wants to make it so that their
That was
graduates
illegally
don't,
racist.
so their graduates don't have to prove that they can read before they graduate.
That would be the state of Oregon.
Yeah,
Yeah. Everybody's
the
talking
governor
about
just,
that.
yeah, the governor
Yeah,
just did that.
Yes,
I
no,
was
she did
talking to a
fucking
Go-
month
sorry,
ago,
Tim.
guys. Sorry. No, she did it a month ago, guys. She just didn't say nothing.
Oh. I believe it.
Yeah, curriculum requirements would have been submitted in midsummer, so for the next year. So
Yeah,
yeah, if
and
you're
they
hearing
did-
about it now, then it's already like been set.
This
in
is
place
her-
in politics.
oh,
This is her way of hiding from critical race theory curriculum. This is her way of ducking and dodging it. She's so fucking useless. She also reinstated our mask mandate today too. She sits on a bull, dude.
oh no! I'm sorry. That sucks.
Fuck her and her fucking neck. I will not comply this time.
I heard our governor got
Oh.
her power taken away again. I'm like, how can you take it away twice? I thought they said that the first time it would be
Can you
permanent.
give it back.
I guess at some point
Was
I
this
didn't
a
hear about
temporary?
that.
She was grounded.
Yeah.
She's just grounded. Well, it's Governor Whitmer.
Right. You can't ground Spider-Man.
I was kind of hoping that she got in the Biden, like when Biden was looking for somebody, I was kind of hoping he would have picked her just so she wouldn't be my governor anymore.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, well,
He was like, bye, bitch.
like that could go so much worse.
Dude.
Yeah, my cousins and my aunt and all them, like part of my family's from Indiana, and they literally said that about Dan Quayle.
Damn.
I
Like, they
call
were
I,
happy.
I call her Gretchen Gretchen.
Yeah, I think more people
yeah.
here, or people do here too.
It makes me retch. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's so stupid.
Yeah.
And she has
did
her
y'all?
own-
All right. So did y'all see that Joe Rogan had a write-up in the New York Times?
But I don't read the New York Times.
No.
Yeah, okay, all right. So when you were back in the day when you were watching Fear Factor and shit, did you think you would have been listening to one of the great proponents of free speech in
Right.
the 21st century?
Yeah.
One of the great
No.
interviewers of our time.
Or like when she was on the
Crazy,
man
man.
show.
You know,
Because
yeah,
he was
you
on
got to
that-
eat like a horse's tongue or some shit, or some eyeballs.
I
Yeah.
love Joe
Yeah.
It was
Rogan.
always
He's
festival.
so great.
While we
Like,
shove
it was a-
He has good
tarantulas
guests.
up your ass and shit.
Did you know, like, he got hired for that job because, like, when they told him the concept, he was like, "That's disgusting. I can't believe people would watch that. That's a horrible idea." And they're like, "You're hired." It's like
We need the reaction, right?
Well, it's not like they weren't looking for. They turned down enough guys who were like, "Oh yeah, can I
that were into
masturbate?
it and fetishized it.
Right.
Oh, gross, gross.
Can I have my
Yeah,
hand down my pants
no.
as I host?"
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
my
Oh, man.
favorite Joe Rogan thing is his stand-up. He has
Yeah.
one of the funniest fucking
Yeah,
bits
he
about
does.
flying pussy squirrel people. Like, and so every time I hear anything serious about Joe Rogan, all I ever think about is flying squirrel pussy people, and it just kind of makes everything really fucking surreal.
Hey, Nacho.
He's also a really nice guy IRL. I was trying to get coffee at a grocery store by our house in California when my middle daughter was little. And at 4 months old, she weighed 20 pounds because she's my beefcake, and she was a wiggle worm. So I'm trying to dispense.
Shit.
Yeah, I've never had a small baby. I don't know what that's like. All of my kids entered this world wearing 6 to 9 month clothing, at least. My youngest actually.
Party babies.
Yeah, my smallest is 8'12". My largest is 11'2". I never got that special treatment of, oh, you get to coddle your baby. No, I got to learn how to lift the front end of a Cadillac in 4 months. But I'm trying to dispense coffee, and I've got this 20-pound wiggle worm grabbing the bag and everything else, and she's standing on the buggy and everything, and being just this nut. I think she was like, she wasn't very old, and he's all, here, let me help you. And he grabs the bag of coffee and he fills it for me as I'm grabbing the very chubby fat rolls on her fingers baby that's turned into an octopus on crack. So he's actually a really nice guy, you know.
Yeah, I
We
believe
have
that.
kids about the same age.
He's little too.
Yeah, he's
Oh
not.
my God.
We're eye to eye. I'm about 5'6", 5'7", and we were eye to eye.
Yeah.
He looks funny when he does his little signature move, side thrust kick, because he's so little.
Yeah, it's just so goddamn fast, dude.
Yeah, it is. Like, he's good, though. I mean, he's legit.
So sorry I
Well,
nerded
sweet.
out there, but that's my
No, that's
Joe
Well, all
Rogan
right, so,
story.
all right, who's got 2 minutes of hate? We're definitely in the room.
I can do it. I mean,
You
goddamn.
want to
I'm living
start?
in
All right.
Oregon.
Hold on. Whoa. You're in Oregon. Ready? Timma? 3,
Okay.
2, go.
Okay, so not only is Governor Brown retarded, but at least half of the area I live in Oregon is retarded. These people are more than happy. They're actually asking for more mask mandates. These people are fucking retarded. I really do. Like, I don't wish any true harm upon them. I just wish for them to learn the consequences of being retarded. Yeah, fuck Kate Brown, fuck Beaverton, fuck the leftists that left Portland and moved to Beaverton. I hope y'all have fun with your fucking masks, because I will not comply. And if you think I'm gonna play the game, fuck you. Fuck you. You want to be offended by my gypsy face veil? You could suck my dick. You're gonna see even more offense now.
Fuck yeah.
I'm over it. I'm done. I will not comply. I already know what this looks like. I have to go on the internet and try to find bits and tidbits of who my people were, because everybody fucking complied. And suddenly all those people were fucking gone, along with all their belongings, all their history, and everything else. So you go ahead and tell me how it's easier just to go along and get along, when no, it turns genocide into a real fucking thing. And I know that sounds fucking hyperbolic, but it's not, because these fucking masks are dangerous. And this is the first step of compliance, and it's a goddamn virtue signal.
Indeed.
It's all politicized.
I
Everybody-
agree. Washington's going to be following suit very shortly.
Fuck these people.
Yeah.
You know they will.
All right,
As
so,
a guy who closely follows genocide, I support your statement. 'Cause I totally agree. We
All
see
right.
it every week on.
so 2 weeks. All right, so 2 minutes of hate. Asherella, you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Okay, so I am a vegetarian, right? I don't eat meat, and I eat a lot of nuts and stuff like that for protein. And this is not nearly as profound as a Timma, but I hate when you buy like the jars of like mixed nuts and you look at the like label closely and it's like now with like less than 70% peanuts. And it's just so frustrating because when you buy mixed nuts, I don't want to buy a jar of peanuts with like accents of like cashews and pecans. Like, it's supposed to be mixed nuts. And then when you buy like the deluxe mixed nuts, there's no peanuts in there, but like almonds are the new peanut filler nut when you buy things like that. And I know it's not like a huge deal, and it's like definitely like a first world problem, I guess, but it still pisses me off because if you look at like a jar of peanuts, it's like $2, and then a jar of mixed nuts that is 70% peanuts is like $15. It's ridiculous. And like I said, I mean, it's not like earth shattering or anything like that, but it still pisses me off.
Well, not to mention you actually need something with real protein. And a peanut has more carb than it does protein.
Right. You're so right.
I was a vegetarian involuntarily for a while.
Yeah, I am voluntarily a vegetarian, but I kind of complain about it a lot because I love meat. I just don't eat it because it's hard. Like, I don't know. It's easiest for me to eat healthy as a vegetarian than if I'm eating meat.
Gotcha.
Like, I don't eat fast food and stuff like that because I don't eat meat. Like, I'm not going to go through a drive-thru for, like, French fries.
But yeah, no,
You could become a reverse vegetarian that only eats raw meat.
That's called a carnivore.
Raw meat?
Well, I
It's a
mean,
carnivore
any meat.
diet.
I have to find you some clips of the guy. There's a dude that goes
raw carnivore, like raw veganism.
to... Yeah.
And vegans are insufferable.
Or you have
They
to
give the whole
like, your
vegetarian
own,
community a bad
like,
name.
hunt or catch your own meat to be able to eat it. How about that?
The guy I'm talking about, he stares at the sun because he says it's good for his eyes.
Well, you know what they say. You
think
can't
so.
have you can't have your pudding if you don't eat your meat.
Yeah.
That's right.
Pink Floyd, man.
Yes, that's right.
Well,
I'll beat the
can you?
kid.
Okay.
How can you have pudding?
Yeah, how can you have pudding if you don't eat your meat?
How can you, man? It's just...
I mean, you behind the green shirt, stand still with you. So,
How
all
can you have any pussy if you don't beat your meat?
right, Bubonic,
Right.
you ready? 2
Fuck
minutes.
censorship. Yeah.
2 minutes of hate and go.
Fuck censorship. Fuck Susan. And fuck you, B-Bots. I'm coming for you, man. See, this whole thing with my, like, I've been bitching and been out of shape. And it was just this week that I kind of realized that my channel started getting rethrottled. And I know it's getting rethrottled because my fucking views are getting slashed from my show within hours of my show ending up. Also, my Galapagos music video has gone from getting like 50 views a fucking day to getting like 6 views a day. And it's like got entire blank spots. And I know they're fucking throttling the shit. And fuck you for that. And fuck you for protecting that fucking pedophile fucking Mark Hatley. Mark, I'm fucking coming for you, bro. I know you're sitting real fucking comfortable and shit, but I'm going to finish what we fucking started a few fucking years ago. And you're going to see your ass back in the fucking prison, you sick fuck. All right, I'm done.
Get him. That was
Indeed.
good.
Dude, 49 seconds.
I feel really shallow now about the peanuts.
I don't know. I was just thinking, almonds, aren't they kind of like, if you think about it, the external and then the flesh of them, they're kind of like coconuts.
Ooh, I love coconut.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually,
Well, yeah, almond joy. That's why it goes so well together.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, yeah.
it's cyanide.
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of like how grapes are tiny little watermelons.
No, like
No, they're not.
cyanide.
It's
No, what almonds
peach
are
peach pits too.
actually-
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're actual cyanide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, almonds, yeah.
Well, I mean, there's like bad stuff in a lot of things. Like there's arsenic in rice,
Yeah, there's a chemical
cyanide
agent.
in apples.
Are you ready
No,
to
it's-
go? She gone
it's
with
right.
your 2 minutes?
There's
That's
rice in apples. Sorry.
I don't really have anything. Not even like nuts.
Show us your nuts. Oh.
It's like the usual stuff, the usual like just okay. That's it. That's basically it. Just like the usual like constant dread that something bad's gonna happen with like COVID mandates or something like that. It's like constant dread. That's all I have to complain about.
I can agree with
Did
that.
you see where they were talking about pregnant, jabs and shit?
I didn't read it. If it's like was it like what the CDC came out with saying it's safe or something?
Yeah.
Like my doctor told me that. But you know what? Like my ultrasound tech is so fucking cool, and she's like, if it was me, I wouldn't get it. Like I love her, and yeah.
See, that's the way I always flip it on a doctor when they give you a choice thing. I'd say, what would you do? What would you do if it was your relative or something? And then they always give you the honest choice, the honest answer. And that's a good thing. Anything else, Miss Shigon?
Nah, that's That's it.
You're super awesome.
You're so chill, Chigon, like always.
I think you could literally take a shit in front of Chigon and she go, you know what? I wish you hadn't have done that, but you know, it's gonna be all right. Just go get something cleaned up. It's gonna be all right.
You're gonna make me sound like something I don't want to.
She's gonna go into labor and be like, yeah, it kind of hurts a little. I guess we should go to the hospital.
Yeah, I think.
I think the baby's here.
Hey, some dude, you're gonna need to throw a towel down here.
yeah, I need a towel, honey. You might want to get the car started. I'll finish mopping the floor.
Oh my god.
Let's just watch one more episode and then we'll go.
Oh shit.
I actually went out to dinner.
On.
That's funny.
I went out to dinner. I refused to go to the hospital to have my youngest
Really?
dinner.
It's like fuck you, I'm gonna eat.
Dude, I was like,
food.
I don't care. Well, they don't let me do anything but have fucking ice chips and shit while you're at the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And I already fucking know better. I've already had 2 big ass babies. Do you know how fucking tired you are halfway through that shit? And they won't let you have fucking anything?
Oh,
Fuck
man.
you,
Shit
man.
yourself, man.
I
No
don't
one wants to see a
care.
woman in labor shitting herself, man. That's not sanitary.
I don't care. And I didn't.
Like, ew, like
I pooped on the way out.
haven't.
When I was born, I took a shit.
That's
Good
what they
man.
told me why they
Right on the way
couldn't
out.
feed- Well, you can't feed women in labors because they shit themselves.
Yeah, well, I don't care, man. I have like.
Yeah, bigger concerns in the moment, I'm sure. You know.
Concerns than getting shit on your newborn baby.
Yeah, no, that happens a
I think
lot.
it's just gonna happen.
Hey, bubonic, that happens like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really
shit on their babies a lot.
Yeah, they shit
Well,
while they're
no.
giving birth. They shit while they're giving birth. Yeah.
The shitting usually happens.
I mean, you're
before
doing
the
that
baby's
pushing, and you're
born.
like, you're totally loose down there, and it's
Yeah.
like, there's going to be sometimes if it's I'm saying if there's the tube's
And if
loaded,
women-
it's going to be like toothpaste.
Oh, that's so gross.
Oh my
But if like
God.
women have like an epidural, I don't think they like. I don't have kids.
You
I've
don't
never
feel
had a
it, right?
child.
You don't care, shit.
But like, yeah, and it's like, women that have epidural, they don't even know.
Right, exactly. All right, so Stowe Monkey, you quiet man. Tell us what you really think. 2 minutes. You ready?
2 minutes.
Go.
Work sex. I know. Rabble. Literally got shit, man. I was sick for most of the week, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
I got shit, man. I'm also a little wasted.
Hey. I mean, you are Stone Monkey. I would
Are you
expect you to
driving?
be any bit less.
Right now, yeah, he's driving all the time.
Yeah.
He's driving a cement mixer.
Crazy. All right, Trippypoop, you ready for 2 minutes?
I don't really have anything either, to be honest.
Oh,
Except
come
for the
on.
mask mandates, I could kill somebody over the motherfuckers. And I'm tired of hearing from people who are disabled that they're being told to take that shot regardless. It's fucking stupid, man. They're trying to get everybody to take it, even if you're proven to have, disorders that they've been saying you shouldn't take it with.
Yeah, they don't care no more.
Now they're
Why
talking about
take
like
it
a
anyway?
COVID vaccine booster shot. Like if you've had the vaccine, now there's a booster for the vaccine.
My state, I'm so proud of Ohio. We have a 35% vaccination rate.
Right?
I don't know
Like,
what
no
it
one
is.
gives a
Whoa.
fuck. Yeah,
Wait
no
a
one gives
minute,
a
you got
fuck
that
here.
bitch, don't you? You got that what the
No, we got
Beetlejuice.
Mike DeWine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I was
fired.
thinking
No,
about
we
state.
fired our health director from last year because she was the one that came out and I busted her on it. I got a video of her saying the virus is built.
It was
Like
what?
she fucked. It
Oh,
was
built?
built. Yeah, she
Yeah.
fucked up and said that in a press conference, and I caught it and put it on blast everywhere. She got removed from the panel and fired. It was cool. They put
North
the
Carolina is 44.5% fully vaccinated.
Yeah. I don't know what Michigan is, but
We can
I don't
find
know.
I'll
out.
bet Michigan's pretty low because you have a high black population. And
That's
the
what I was
blacks
just
ain't
thinking.
buying the shit.
Like, I ain't gonna do that fucking shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. Hey, Michael Hatfield.
Hey, Michael Hatfield, what's up?
Michigan is 49.4%.
Oh shit!
We're almost 50%.
I really want to look this up now because I don't even know.
Well, you're
what my
in
state-
Minnesota?
We'll give you Alabama, too.
Minnesota.
Okay.
Just look it all up for us.
All right, Minnesota is 54.5 fully vaccinated,
Huh.
and
Wow.
Alabama.
What's
All
bad?
right, are you like Roll Tide or like my mom's a big Auburn fan, so it's like been War Eagle my whole life.
Oh, yeah, Uzi's a big Auburn fan. Yeah, it's a
Really?
mixed marriage. I'm Roll Tide all day
We
long.
we had a dog named Albie and everything. Oh, Alabama is 60.2. Oh no, 54.5% fully vaccinated in Alabama.
So we're
It's
doing the
almost
same as Minnesota.
70% up here.
That's crazy.
Did y'all hear about that?
It's higher than I
nurse?
expected.
There was supposedly a nurse that was giving people shots of
Saline instead of
saline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
saline. And they're saying
Yeah.
now that she was to blame, or they're saying that more nurses must be doing it to cause all the relapses
Yeah.
with the disease.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like I
that-
Well,
don't
they were
believe
talking
that.
about not in the States, but like some Asian countries, there's like a version of the vaccine that is like not effective really. And like so like the
Like the
percentage
normal
of
vaccine
people
that people
dying and or
Yeah.
like catching COVID is
It's I
like
think this is
comparable with
Sandoz.
non-vaccinated.
Right. Is it Sandoz? Is what I'm
I
thinking
can't
of?
remember.
Yeah. But
Oh, then
yeah.
there was that. There was another news story where a guy, I guess, he was fully vaccinated. He caught COVID and he died. And the news had released a statement saying it could have been so much worse if he hadn't been vaccinated.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, he died though.
Yeah. We was
But
all
he's
over
dead.
that on poll, man.
But remember,
Yeah,
everybody, consult the CDC, the NIH, and maybe make sure you follow their recommendations and talk to your doctor and get your doctor's opinions on everything, because
I'm a leg
we
doctor.
wouldn't want to steer anybody wrong on this COVID shit thing.
Yeah, never.
You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
No,
I'm just
no
saying,
disclaimer here. It's a disclaimer.
it's not a live or dead virus vaccination. It's a RNA.
It's a mRNA. Yeah, it's a.
Okay, that's a couple of them, and then the other ones are just leaky vaccines because they aren't
Yeah.
fucking done right.
It's all just water. It's just water.
Google leaky vaccine. Actually, don't Google it. Brave it, Opera it, whatever. Use a different non-aggregated search engine and
Okay.
research
Use the
leaky
Tor browser.
vaccine.
Leaky vaccine.
Use the
Bing.
Tor browser to find the truth.
I got a leaky vaccination.
Does anybody in the panel actually use Tor browser?
As a relative's $5. Well, thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
Sweet. It's nice. It's nice to see that Stream Elements link is working. I've given up on Streamlabs. I've got some kind of trouble taking in there, and it's just they're never going to get back to me.
They're assholes.
So whatever, man. Hibbida. Yeah, somebody. Oh, Nightbot, thank you for putting my T-shirts. I've got some T-shirts available if you want Demon Tranny.
Set up your Nightbot.
That's right, and you get a beautiful creamer T-shirt. If you like this, if you enjoy this show, you can show it off to people, and they'll say, "What's a beautiful creamer? What is that about?" You can tell them all about the Cream Stream and the fun that we have on this show. All right, fam, are you ready? Are you ready
We've been
to
having fun
take
for
the
46 minutes.
to take the live, to take the dive? Oh yeah, we got 40 something minutes of this next thing that we're going to do. All right, so it's been a weird week. It's not a weird. It's been a humongously busy week news wise, right? But there's one thing I definitely wanted to focus on, and kind of I got some ideas, and I decided I wanted to present it in a way where it encompasses, so we get a really full picture of exactly all the components that were at work on this thing, right? And so this is where, all right, so if you're in the stream, click on the live thing and make sure that you've got the VLC pulled up. And because we're going to start going a little bit, all right, and then we'll stop it and talk a little bit. But this little gut felt thing is about 4 minutes long. So are y'all good to go?
This background is totally Saved by the Bell.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, check it out.
It's all right.
The teacher pops a test. I know I'm in a mess.
You're right.
Yeah, just
A guy got me to go out on a date with him one time by learning to play the Saved by the Bell theme song on guitar. True story.
I would have just been like, I can stop time like Zach Morris.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
If you could have a super
wish you could.
power.
To be honest.
You know, what did he have to snap? I don't remember the show well enough.
He'd be like, time out. Let's talk to the camera. Zach Morris was the first person to break the fourth wall.
Yeah, he was the pro of Deadpool.
Right?
All right, check us out.
I'm just kidding.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
It's the Cuomos! Whoa! Starring Andrew and Chris. Cool.
Yes, it's the bro with a show and the bro who won't go. The obnoxious anchor and the political canker. The arrogant host and the governors who's toast. The commentator who's lost appeal and the creep who'll cop a feel. The chucklehead who blows hot gas and the fiend who likes to grab
Don't do it.
an ass. Sorry. So as Governor Cuomo drowns in denial, how can CNN manage a smile? Well, they're handling his brother, the crisis intervention specialist, with kid brother gloves. They sent out that mound of flesh, Captain Poppin' Fresh, to attempt to clean up. I wonder, does Chris Cuomo have a lot to say?
Chris Cuomo has a lot to say, but right now he cannot say it. CNN management has made two things clear to him. One, that he can't talk about his brother, Andrew Cuomo, on TV. And two, that he cannot participate in any more strategy sessions with the governor's aides.
Oh, isn't that convenient? Imagine if CNN used that on everyone. Yeah, he did something totally inexcusable, but we told him to stop. Well, wait, they did do that with Jeffrey Toobin. So I guess it works. But think about it. A news anchor helping an embattled governor to craft responses for an alleged news outlet like CNN. We always knew Dems and the mainstream media were in bed together, but we didn't know it was incest. Come on, remember that horrible kiss montage? Talk about a super spreader. Something only a TV person would come up with. I couldn't tell if I was watching Cuomo's press briefing or a hot tub episode of The Bachelor. And in all of his seasons of hosting Family Feud, Richard Dawson didn't slobber on as many people as Cuomo has. Oh, man.
Richard Dawson
But
is
montages
great,
are straight from the TV playbook, and I put money on Chris for pushing the idea. But the good news, Stelter then said he talked to his sources, and not the ones at Arby's. But I bet that he got some exclusive facts.
This week I've been doing reporting on the media angle of this Cuomo story, which has meant talking with staffers here at CNN about Chris Cuomo and his one-of-a-kind situation. TV star in primetime, governor's brother at all times. Now, let's just be candid with each other. These staffers I'm talking with are my colleagues, of course, and I assured them they could speak anonymously and candidly. What I found is a more complicated story than you might think. This has been a conundrum for CNN that has no perfect answer, no perfect solution. Some think CNN made it worse by letting Chris interview his brother when COVID-19 was ravaging New York.
You think so?
Back, like, totally
Yeah, I'd venture that waving around a giant Q-tip while thousands of elderly are dying in New York nursing homes, probably not making it better. I guess you could have done something worse, though, right?
Do you think that you are an attractive person now because you're single and ready to mingle? Do you really think you are some desirable single person and that this is not just people's pain coming out of them?
I think beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
You know what? You did make it worse. Anyway, what's the big news that you got, Brian?
But that was an unprecedented time period. And so is this one. A famous family in the news. A governor who soared to the highest heights last year, now falling to the lowest lows. Self-inflicted wounds. And a brother who just wants to do his job. Just wants to anchor his show.
Just wants to do his job. So that's what you got from your anonymous sources, who happen to be your candid coworkers. That it's like really complicated. It's really confusing. Like Chris just wants to do his job. Wow, you unearthed some real nuggets there, Captain Crunch. Something tells me you just stood around the vending machine eating Funyuns and you waited for people to come by so you could say, boy, this Cuomo stuff, am I right? Though I can't argue with the anonymous part. Have you seen CNN's ratings? Screw the witness protection program. If you want to hide from the mob, get a show at CNN. No one will ever find you. So, what is Brian's big message here? Chris is just some hardworking guy who wants to do his own show, which makes me wonder, who was one of these anonymous sources? Does it rhyme with Clis Clomo? This Bomo? But Brian realized something else. That reporting stuff suddenly is really complicated. Finally, CNN discovers nuance, a quality that was missing when they covered the police. Remember, the cops were all guilty and the suspects were victims. And how about Trump voters? They were all bigots, right? There was no nuance there. In fact, if CNN actually practiced nuance, they'd no longer have a network. Their business plan is based on painting everyone with a broad brush. But at least Brian can say he tried.
My sources say that management has been clear about its position. He is not covering the governor on TV, period. He is not talking about it at all. And you can believe me, I tried. I wanted an interview, and I was turned down.
I bet you really pushed it. I bet. It's so convenient that the honorable rule that Chris stopped covering news about his brother only came about when that news became bad. Yeah, so that was the deep reporting, courtesy of their media reporter, who's clearly spent more time covering his microwave meatloaf with packets of gravy than covering what's happening at his own station. We have a camera in their break room. Finally, Stelter says, hey, it's all good because people tuned in to watch Chris.
Viewers wanted to see him on TV, and let's be honest, this is TV, so that's not a totally irrelevant factor. Chris had the highest rated hour on CNN on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and again on Thursday.
There you go. It's not about news, it's about ratings. But I hate to tell you, they were tuning in to see if he'd ever talk about his brother. To pretend that wasn't part of the momentary rise in ratings is also to pretend Trump had nothing to do with their best numbers in years. The best part about this story, normally you don't get to see cable news shape the news right in front of you. But like a pilot in distress landing on a highway instead of a residential area, they steer toward one story at the expense of the other. But here you got to see them scramble, desperately protecting themselves. You wonder why no one takes CNN seriously. They don't take themselves seriously either. Stelter's excuses are not so hot as Chris Cuomo heads for the yacht. Fox News caught up with Chris Cuomo at a Hamptons dock before he had a chance to remove his shirt to show off his pecs. Like his medium-sized polo, you know he shrunk it on purpose. His lips were tight.
Have you spoken to your brother today, sir? Of course. Are you continuing to advise him? Do you think that's an ethical conflict?
I think you got a job to do, and I'm letting you do it.
Is your brother coming to East Hampton?
Yes, if you wait here, he'll be here in 5 minutes.
See, that's funny. Yeah, that's fun. Put that in my monologue. At least he's finally learned to control his temper, right?
I did not think my name was Fredo. Don't be a liar. I'll ruin you. I'll throw you down these stairs like a punk.
Wow. See, he's changed. Which leads us to someone who'd never lose his composure unless it's around a box of Krispy Kremes. Yeah, Brian Stelter. The perfect company man. Are you applauding him or the joke? He defended CNN's handling of the Cuomo crisis. Uncle
In a small way, your network is involved in this story because, of course, the governor's brother, Chris Cuomo, has his show, The Cuomo Zone, on...
Is that what it's called?
I don't remember what it's called, but the Cuomo Zone.
Prime Time.
Cuomo Prime, 360 Cuomos, and he, the New York Times, has just reported, a report just dropped because it had been alleged that he was helping his brother with his, his communications team. New York Times is reporting that that's true. Chris was helping his brother. Has that created any conflict over at CNN behind closed doors? Are people mad at him, or is he in trouble?
Some people are mad at him. By the way, I can confirm the New York Times report. I'll confirm it for your viewers. I also have a source that says Chris was on the phone with his brother this week.
Is your source Chris Cuomo?
He is not. He is not. You gotta have boundaries. You gotta draw a line.
Why? He doesn't.
I think he does, actually.
Really?
I think Chris does. I don't know about the governor.
What are the boundaries?
I think Chris does.
What are the boundaries?
The boundary that CNN management presented to him in May when they admitted he screwed up. They said, what you did was inappropriate. You were on the phone with your brother's aides advising them on what to do, and that was inappropriate. But they said, of course you're going to talk to your brother. There's nothing more important.
But he didn't talk about his brother once the trouble stared. He said, I'm not going to talk about my brother.
And that was also a management ruling. And so the way
why didn't they rule that way when his brother was on the show pretty much every night during the COVID crisis?
I think it's really
that seems like an odd conflict of rules.
And a good fucking question.
It is an odd conflict, but I don't think if we open up the Journalism Ethics book, there's no page for this. It's the craziest set of circumstances you can imagine, right? A governor and a brother, both in these high-profile jobs.
All right, so Well, so I'm going to remind people of what it was like last year.
This was definitely awkward for CNN, though. I tried to go into this thinking, okay, if I was going to cover this at CBS, how would I cover it? And try to cover it the same way. And I talked to a lot of sources at CNN. Some said, yeah, this is really weird. I'm ticked off at Chris. Others said, I understand. You can't pick who your family members are. So there was a wide range of opinions. And overall, I think what was most important is that we covered the story on air just the same we would any other story. Ultimately, isn't that what matters?
Well, at least Stelter wore pants this time. He babbled, saying there's nothing in the journalism ethics book on how to deal with this situation. I guess it doesn't have a section on duh either. Although it's nice to hear someone mention boundaries when talking about the Cuomos.
Getting ready for my boyfriend to come on.
All right. We'll stop right here before we get going on the Cuomo sexuality.
Is
Yeah.
that Hunter Biden's girlfriend?
Oh, is this a cringe segment?
This is the so all right, you noticed like the way that God, what's that guy's name with the glasses we just watched? Fucking Colbert. Yeah. You notice how he was going at him, okay?
He's a cocksucker because he was doing the
No. Remember, all right, so evidently it's okay to go after him now because because of things. But God forbid God forbid we go after him for killing like grandma, like 15,000 grandmas. But it's okay because we got him because he grabbed some asses or whatever the fuck, tits. I don't know what it is. But
but do you know what happened at the same time? They passed part of the spending, the fucking psychotic spending bill. They agreed to make a mileage tax on America.
Yeah.
It's a totally complete fucking distraction, man.
Mm-hmm. Sleight of hand bullshit.
Totally, completely to roll that under the radar.
Yeah, we'll see what the House does with it. But let's roll with the homosexuality. That's why I call this conversion therapy, visual conversion therapy.
Baby, ooh, we wake up together every single morning. Me and Andrew Cuomo. Ooh, there he is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty hot for Andrew Cuomo. I'm not gonna lie about that. I mean, could Andrew Cuomo be any hotter?
Go back to telling black people.
In other news, I still am crushing hard on Andrew Cuomo. I don't like the shirt that he wore today. I don't like where his nipples were today at all. But I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that.
Just getting ready to rewatch my boyfriend's press conference from this morning. Taped it on my VCR. I'm gonna rewatch it later now. And that's what I'm doing in quarantine. It's just me and Andrew Cuomo, just him telling me what to do. And I like it.
For generations, America produced the most and the best comedians in the world. This was the funniest country on earth because it was a free country. Comedy requires, above all, independence and honesty. You can't be reading talking points from anybody. You have to be telling the truth about them. That's the whole point. And the second you start sucking up, you only humiliate yourself. Well, late on television, they've been sucking up to people in power for several years now. They haven't resigned their jobs because they pay well, but they do continue to humiliate themselves. If you tuned in at any point over the last year, you saw things like this.
The Cuomo brothers, you and your brother Chris, tied as the most desirable men in New York. Now, as an older brother, can you abide by a tie? Do you want to do anything right now to push yourself over the top in terms of desirableness? You want to loosen the top button? You want to give us a smoldering stare? Anything?
I have to ask for a friend. They want to know, I won't say her name. She wants to know, what phase of dating are you currently in?
He's talking about Chelsea Handler. We all know
Zero.
that.
I'm at phase 0 on dating.
So he laughs prematurely.
Yeah, he does.
There's no duration on phase 0.
Yeah,
there is no automatic time that you go to phase 1. You could stay at phase 0 for months, by the way. I think New York City will be fully reopened before I get out of phase 0 on dating.
So his team wrote that
See,
for him.
hi.
It's so awful to
Yeah,
watch.
Jimmy Fallon was
The
definitely
fake overeager laughter, the stupid lines, the endless sucking up. And the saddest part is some of these guys the people you just saw used to be legitimately talented. They were funny, but they gave it up in order to read the script. Sad as hell to watch. Last night, the new version of the script told them, you'd better change your opinions on Andrew Cuomo. No more sucking up. So dutifully, they did.
Looks like he has no top lip.
Well, guys, it was a big day here in New York as Andrew Cuomo announced that he's resigning as governor. During his remarks, he said it was best that he step aside. And then every woman in the room took 2 steps aside. During his announcement, Cuomo said that he's stepping down in 14 days. I'm sorry, but is this really a 2-week notice type of situation?
Beautiful day here in New York City. 85 degrees, 75% humidity. And this afternoon, Andrew Cuomo resigned. Don't let the door hit you on the butt on the way out. But if it does, that door should also resign.
Do you think when he comes home, his wife says, good job? Good job, you're really funny! No self-respect at all. Mark Stein has self-respect and clarity and honesty and above all perspective on the world, so he's hilarious by definition. He joins us now to assess what happened to everybody else. Mark Stein, great to see you. How sad did that make you watching that? I mean, some of those guys were legitimately talented at one point.
At one point, but I got to say, after those last clips you played of Colbert and Fallon, that boy, that say what you like, but that Cuomo-sexual conversion therapy really works fast. I mean, they turned it around in 10 minutes. They were full-blown Cuomo-sexuals, and now they're doing crackerjack material. Like, what was that line that his writers wrote for him? Cuomo said he was going to step aside, and then all the women took 2 steps aside. It's amazing to me. They have like 37 writers on the writing staff, and they met for hours, and they tested those lines. And that's the best they can come. Now, you have to see the problem from Fallon and Colbert's point of view.
He's got a great point, man. 37 fucking writers, and that's the jokes they could come up with, man.
Yeah, the shit that
bullshit.
Yeah, but
I came up with the fucking 2-week notice joke before him.
Do you love the contrast though, the Cuomo-sexuality versus the rejection and yeah, exactly,
Right.
man,
Yeah.
exactly,
Now we hate him
exactly.
because he did the thing that we're not supposed to like. So, like, if he had come out and said,
Yeah, but he
Trump
was accused
so
of
bad,
it. He was accused. Some of the president was accused of it too.
right? But if he had come out earlier and said, like, Trump wasn't so bad, then he would have got kicked out of office way sooner.
Well, yeah. Well, they were saying this shit last year. It came up and they kept squashing it. To run numbers on the screen. How many people are dying from the coof?
Who gives a fuck about people that are still alive? We're only going to talk about the ones that have died.
Exactly.
But the ones that are sick.
Less people died in America last year than
They don't even talk about death half the time.
I don't know.
They just talk about the ones that are sick.
I'm sick.
Right. I'm sick of this bullshit.
Me too.
All right, listen. All right, so more Cuomo-sexuality.
And all the rest of it. He's suddenly as instantly boring as all the rest of them. It's the death of comedy.
Trevor, you call yourself a Cuomo-sexual, and I agree with you. I feel like I'm a Cuomo-sexual too.
Yeah, I think it's been really, it genuinely has been very inspiring and refreshing to see a leader like Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, who's come out and engaged his briefings in a non-political way. He's engaged them as a leader. He's engaged them as a human being. He's also taken blame for things where he says, look, I understand that I'm doing certain things that people are going to hate me for, and I'm willing to make these decisions.
He didn't take blame for shit.
Because I think it's the best thing for human life first. We can always create business afterwards. I think he's been informative. I think he's been informed. And like once I saw people online falling in love with him, there's a group of women who came out and they said, we're falling in love with Cuomo. And I said, well, yeah, everyone should be a Cuomo-sexual in that way. Like you should love a leader who engages the people and remembers that they're serving the people as opposed to, the people working for them. So any leader who's doing that in a crisis, I applaud them.
Yeah, I think that Governor Cuomo's and Chris, his brother, God bless him. I love him so much.
I think everyone is just falling in love with people who are doing their jobs the way they should right now. People are falling in love with governors, whether it's Newsom, whether it's Cuomo, people are falling in love with Dr. Fauci. He's just a doctor who's doing his thing. Like people try to make it seem like he has an agenda. He wants this, he wants that. No, he's a doctor. He gives you the information and the leaders do with the information as they please. And I think it's exciting to see people wanting to just do their jobs well. That's a really cool thing to see.
All right, we're back with Governor Cuomo. Can I say that I am a Cuomo-sexual? You know that's going around. That people are saying they're Cuomo-sexuals.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Really?
It's not a bad thing. People are in love with you.
And if you're a Cuomo-sexual too, the governor's response will make you love him even more.
It started with Trevor Noah, but not only, but it includes your brother Chris. You're both Cuomos. I enjoy both of you very much.
Yes, but you enjoy me more. Didn't you say that earlier?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes, I can say that right now because I'm talking to you. But then when I'll talk to him, I'll say he's my favorite. It's like I know you have this competition with who the mother loves more, and I understand all that. But you're both charming. You're both adorable.
Let's watch that one more time.
Yes, but you enjoy me more. Didn't you say that earlier?
Yes.
Yes.
The term Cuomo-sexual refers to Andrew and his brother, CNN anchor Chris Cuomo's adoring new fans.
There's a group of women who came out and they said, we're falling in love with Cuomo. And I said, well, yeah, everyone should be a Cuomo-sexual in that way.
I don't miss a press conference. When Cuomo's on, I'm like, got to go see my celebrity crush right now. Sorry.
These feelings are perfectly natural. Many Americans experience moments of being at least Andrew curious, if not fully Cuomo-sexual.
Andrew and Chris have captured many hearts with their on-air sparring over the last few weeks amid the coronavirus pandemic.
I'm proud of what you're doing. I know you're working hard for your state. No matter how hard you're working, there's always time to call Mom. Yeah. She wants to hear from you.
Sad fish.
Just so you know.
Yeah, I called Mom. I called Mom just before I came on the show. By the way, she said I was her favorite. Good news is she said you were her second favorite. Second favorite son.
Chris hosted Cuomo Primetime throughout his battle with COVID-19, and when Ellen asked Andrew if his little brother's diagnosis brought them even closer, well, his response was everything.
No, you can't be closer than I am with my brother Chris. We have been all our lives. He's my best friend, but he is. We have a very special relationship. I just felt bad during that whole coronavirus thing.
Oh, there's more.
Look, talk about guts. The day he got diagnosed with it, he went on air that night. And that's real guts. I don't care how strong you are. They call you up and they say you tested positive for coronavirus. You have to have some butterflies in your stomach. And he went right on the air that night, and I think he did a great public service because he.
Is she supposed to?
Sexual predator.
I was going to say, demographically speaking, she was just following what she's supposed to do. So
that's right.
Pretty typical. No, it's pretty awful and typical if you look at the demographics for lesbian women. It's one of the most violent people in America. It's really depressing.
Yeah, I got an interracial lesbian couple next door, and yeah.
Oh, fuck the fighting.
Yeah.
Is it bad?
Yeah.
And it's always very public, very loud. The black.
Like I never, I don't understand the whole people couples, people in a relationship that will fight in public. That is embarrassing. You know what I mean? I don't want people to know my shit, you know?
Well, do you think that Portia and Ellen get into it?
Oh, definitely. But Portia Del Rossi.
They just.
But seriously, and Portia Del Rossi, she is so beautiful, and I don't know, I just don't. How did that even happen?
A lot of money. Ellen
got
a lot of money.
She was probably
she was an actress.
I think.
I feel like Ellen is a lesbian that won't go down on a chick, you know?
Ew.
She'd be like, no, it's nasty.
I don't know about that.
I feel like she's one of those,
I don't know about that.
She's publicly a lesbian, but I don't think she's ever touched a woman.
She seems like the butch one.
Yeah.
She's definitely butch.
She's asexual.
I don't know. We don't know who's the top and who's the bottom.
Perhaps she could be asexual.
I bet you.
She's the hitter. I know that, dude. She's the one that instigates a lot of the hitting. Most likely the
all right. I like where this show's going.
Oh, she gone. No, honey.
I don't know anything. I don't pay attention.
Yeah, with faggots, where it's the hitter or the pitcher and the catcher.
She's the bitcher.
Yeah.
Who whines and complains and who boxes for it? That's
right.
You're probably safe to assume that there's abuse in a relationship like that.
Yeah.
It's so freaking common.
It's very common.
Demographically speaking, it's the most dysfunctional group of people are lesbians.
Well, and
but it's probably not because of their sexuality has anything to do with it.
Because they're women.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, women are evil, man. Women, women play. They don't fight fair, and it's and then they cry like babies when they get the light returned to them. So it is what it is.
shared it
There's
with
no
people.
stereotype about,
He took the
like,
mystery off it, and he
lesbians, like,
showed
jumping
what it
into
was like every
relationships
step
really
of the way.
quickly, like, really fast.
And we actually had some fun with it, so it all worked.
Chris has since recovered, but his wife Christina and their 14-year-old son also went on to test positive for the virus. ET video chatted with Christina earlier this month, and she had this to say about her husband and brother-in-law's relationship.
Yeah, they're always taking digs at each other, and it's hilarious, and it always provides for entertainment at family functions, and they love each other to death. I mean, Andrew really helped raise Chris, so Chris learned a lot from him, and they kind of finish each other's sentences, and they play in jest, and it provides for a lot of entertainment. It's really nice that they're sharing it with everyone else now, so people feel a little relief from their anxiety through some humor.
What's more, the 50-year-old wellness expert says she's totally embracing the Cuomo-sexual trend.
Did you guys see that? Now they become these heartthrob sex symbols. Yeah, the Cuomo-sexual t-shirts. Yeah, they're hilarious. I love them. I have someone sending me a sweater that says that, and then a hat. I mean, then we should get some masks made, right?
There you go. And send my love to your little brother, and tell him I'm very happy he's feeling better, and my love to the family.
I hate them.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be with you.
All right.
Just like
Why is she dressed like she's going on safari? My love to the boyfriend.
That's what he just wants. Like
Stop there.
Disease may create boundaries.
Oh my God.
No, all right. So remember, during all this time, man. Okay, people are fucking dying, and they're grooming him to become president. He's writing a book. He's doing all this shit. And then, to add insult to injury, they pull this horse shit. All right, and we're going to watch the whole acceptance thing. Check this shit out, y'all.
And limitations, but technology knocks them down and gives us new and sophisticated ways to communicate with each other. Last spring, when the virus was new and out of control, and the people of New York were frightened at its relentless spread, one man took it upon himself to use technology to spread reliable information and tell citizens what to do. Governor Cuomo's daily press conferences were a whole new dimension in public education. He informed, he demanded, and he calmed people down. No one who saw it will easily forget it. The mountain, the boyfriend, the COVID test, and the gradually declining numbers. People everywhere saw them. I have a friend who got up every morning in Abu Dhabi and watched the governor's press conference of the day before on YouTube.
Why?
I have many friends in California who admit that what they know from Governor Cuomo and his explanations. And as spring turned into summer this year, the people of New York went from fear of the unknown to increasing knowledge of what was known, and a sense that somebody had a plan.
It is a frightening time on every level.
Well, they had a plan, all right.
At the same time, it is this much time. It is this much time. Is it 3 months? Is it 6 months? Is it 9 months? I don't know, but it's this much time. We will get through this much time. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Asks up. I'm going to give you an overview of where we are today. Total positive cases 2,300, 4,000. Now is up to 10,000. The rate of new infections is doubling about every 3 days. We lose 2,753 lives on 9/11. We've lost over 7,000 lives to this crisis. That is so shocking and painful and breathtaking.
Good performance there.
Breathtaking.
I don't even have the words for it behind every.
He's performing.
Every one of those numbers
Probably got an Emmy.
is an individual, as a family, as a mother, as a father, as a sister, as a brother. So a lot of pain. So what is the plan of action? Flatten the curve, flatten the curve, flatten the curve. This is an N95 mask. We talk about social distancing, slow the spread. New York has been getting the short end of the stick from this federal government from day one right across the board. Let's stop.
Like the boat that they put in your
Just
harbor
for-
that you refuse to use.
He tried to give a lot of ladies the short end of the stick.
God damn, man. Yeah, I feel like I'm just saying, if I was gay, I'd probably fuck him.
Oh, sure. He'd be Cuomo-sexual.
Yeah.
They had a
And he
floating
turned down.
hospital. They had the Javits Center all packed up and shit. He turned all of that shit down.
Yeah.
Short end of the stick narrative.
He got the, they got,
and then he has the gall to come around and turn around on this shit and talk about how he got the federal government wasn't cooperating.
It reminds me of the Puerto Rican affair.
Yep, exactly.
It's just like the Puerto Rican affair with the hurricane relief.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. All right, let's keep rolling.
For one moment, the partisanship. Forget the red and
I forgot this is still the Emmy presentation.
the blue. We are red, white, and blue. We're all Americans. We are testing aggressively. That's it. Nothing else. Told you. We are New York tough, smart, united, disciplined, loving, and that is what the moment requires. We are responding to science and data. There's no politics here, just the facts, ma'am. My daughters tell me that nobody knows him, and nobody knows what I'm talking about, but that's okay. Spaghetti and meatballs every Sunday. Today, we're going to have our family dinner, and Mariah brought her boyfriend. The answer on what you think of the boyfriend is always, I liked the boyfriend. My daughters are getting tired of my jokes. Believe it or not, I'm governor of the state. I can order a quarantine of 10,000 people, but I can't tell my daughter to do anything. Today, we have done a full 180. We wore masks, we socially distanced, we closed down, and we stopped the curve. Masks work. Our curve is down. Congratulations, New Yorkers. It's no time to get cocky, and it's no time to get arrogant. We are by no means out of the woods. Thank you for believing in me and giving me support. Good Lord knows I needed it. And don't worry, I'm not going anywhere.
It is now my distinct pleasure to present the 2020 International Emmy Founders Award to Governor Andrew Cuomo, with a little help from some of my fellow New Yorkers.
To my governor, the governor of Empire State, Andrew Cuomo.
Congratulations, Andrew, on your much-deserved Founders Award.
Governor Andrew Cuomo, you are the man.
I was trying to think of something that I could say to you that would be funny.
Wow,
so I
Vince
called your
Stiller
brother
has
Chris,
gone totally
who could not
white-headed.
understand why you were getting an Emmy since he's the one on television.
In the darkest days of the pandemic, your daily briefings live from New York gave us hope, gave us clarity, gave us the truth, and gave us something that we were not getting from Washington.
Crystal, huh?
Leadership.
In the midst of this storm, Andrew Cuomo became the nation's governor. People across the country tuned into his press conferences every day. Daily, I was watching his press conferences, informing us, telling us what to do.
And he also said that, now that you're the love gov, you've kind of transcended politics, and now you're just part of really more, you're more of like a national sex symbol. He says you'll probably get more dates than votes. That's him saying that, not me.
You did your thing during COVID. New York was suffering. We were the epicenter. We were all in a crisis, in a panic, and every single day you came on the airwaves and you offered your strength, your leadership, and your direction, and your caring, and your heart.
You are the epitome of New York tough.
These are things your brother says about you. I look up to you still.
And you set the example for the rest of the nation, the rest of the world, how to be a leader during a time of crisis.
Thank you for your leadership during these trying times. We are New York tough, smart, disciplined, united, and loving.
Thank you.
God.
But she grew up
Stay
in
safe.
foster care.
Please wear a mask. I want to say congratulations again.
She grew up in, like,
and,
a Catholic
anything that you didn't
orphanage.
like that I said was your brother Chris's idea.
Oh, man.
Congratulations, much love. Brooklyn loves you. Andrew Cuomo! Mwah!
What an honor and pleasant surprise during these hard times. I thank the International Academy and Bruce Paisner for this incredible award. Thank you to all the members of the Academy. Your work has brought smiles and hope and relief for so many people during these difficult days. I wish I could say that my daily COVID presentations were well choreographed, scripted, rehearsed, or reflected any of the talents that you advance. They didn't. They offered only one thing: authentic truth and stability. But sometimes that's enough. COVID will go down in the history books as one of the most difficult experiences in a generation. It has been a dark moment indeed. But what strikes me most is that when things are at their worst, that's when you can see people at their best. For all the darkness, there was light. People worked together. Everyone did what they could do. Our everyday heroes, the doctors and nurses who work in dangerous emergency rooms, the police, the ambulance drivers, the food store employees, everyone who leaves the safety of their home every day. so we can remain in the safety of ours. Actors use their talents to communicate essential facts to Americans. Social distancing, safety, and wear a mask. Wear a mask because it's common sense, it's smart, and because we care about one another. I'm proud of New Yorkers who had the courage to tell the truth and the strength to stand together. That's what New York tough really means. To be tough enough to say, I love you, I care about you, I need you. To see past the color of skin, religion, or sexual orientation. To see the humanity in each other. How we are all interconnected and all interrelated. And that our destiny is not individually determined, but rather determined by what we do together. That's not just my message or a New York message. It is a universal message, and one we need to hear now more than ever. I appreciate the humor from my friends in the video, and I take it in good stride. And to Ben Stiller, whose teasing took liberal license, testing the boundaries of decorum and good taste, I only say New York tough means one more thing. It means, Ben, I know where you live. Thank you. Thank you for this tremendous honor. Thank you for sharing your gifts with all of us. Give love, get love. We will get through this together, and we will be the stronger for it.
I'm the love
Thank
go.
Let me tell you something interesting about me and watching Governor Cuomo. I've never told anybody this, so I've decided to tell it internationally. Every morning I get up, I do my exercises, and I would make breakfast with toast, avocado, tomato, lemon juice, cup of coffee, and I would sit down and I would watch the governor.
Yeah,
I did that
he's
for
in a lot
5
of
weeks.
sitcoms.
I haven't done it since. Isn't that weird? Ever since I got out of the apartment,
Like
I just
the
and watching him,
Jewish
it
guy.
brought it back. And he
And,
does. It does reflect the theme
nervous,
of what tonight is. That he
awkward
united
guy.
New Yorkers, he united the country,
Nervous,
and
awkward
obviously,
Jew.
as told by our president,
That's his
he
line.
united the world. And I am grateful to him for doing that.
So all right, he was basically saying that things were better after they were out of lockdown. If you really listen to what he was just saying,
Right.
you know,
Covered by all that awkward.
hello, right? Yeah, they really sucked.
Telling everybody to mask up in states that have greater than 50% vaccination.
Yeah, they sucked them off. I mean, the celebrities, celebtards, fucking Emmy Award, of course the press and media. You know,
one giant work.
You know,
Period. This whole thing, this whole COVID thing, it's all been one work.
Yep.
As far as I'm concerned. One big old propaganda work and power play and money grab and just
Yep.
all the usual suspects of corruption.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, and him stepping down, he's just doing it to cover for all the worst
Other
shit,
bullshit,
all the
yeah.
murders
this
that
is,
he.
in the CIA, they call this a limited hangout. It's where you like admit to something like not so severe,
Right.
and then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
cover up the real severe shit. And then when they come back later, be like, hey, what about this? You're like, hey, we already covered that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Plus, he's
Hillary
like he's
Clinton
taking
and
himself
Matt-
out of the light, you know. So
Yeah, the Clintons and the Bushes were the masters of the.
Fucking no
Actually,
lie.
I'm
Already
pretty sure
covered
that
this.
George Senior was like maybe he was the developer of that because he's like the godfather of the CIA.
Yeah.
Wow. It's
Yeah,
fucking
H.W.
disgusting.
George H.W. Bush. Yeah, a lot of this
Yeah,
was set
That's
in
who the
place
character Curious George
he
is
was
named after.
Mm.
Damn, really?
this
I
is
didn't
like
know
a
that.
distraction.
George Bush's first job was he was assistant to Tesla, and he's the guy who stole his shit when he died.
Oh,
Who?
Tesla.
George
Nikola
Bush.
Tesla. Yeah,
Doing
George.
Oh,
Tesla
you mean
shit.
Prescott? George Prescott Bush. The old, the old granddaddy.
Oh, yeah,
JPB.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that whole
George
family
Bush.
line.
Yeah, that whole
was-
family, there's war profiteers and shit. Yep. Paid the
Sorry, I
did
didn't-
business
I
with the
didn't
Nazis and shit.
Clarify which George it was.
Mm.
George the First, actually. Everyone
Yeah.
considers George H the first, but to me, he's the second.
No, he's the second. Prescott was the
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
we
Prescott
call him
was the most
Prescott.
powerful one of them all.
yeah.
So
All
we
right,
call him
so
Prescott when we're differentiating him in our house.
right. All right, so this next deal is just Cuomo's thing the other day. I think that's where we're at. I'm not sure.
Good morning. Let me begin by thanking Rita Clavin for that powerful presentation. I'd like to address several issues today. First, I've always started by telling New Yorkers the facts before my opinion. So let's start New York tough with the truth. The Attorney General did a report on complaints made against me by certain women for my conduct. The report said I sexually harassed 11 women. That was the headline people heard and saw and reacted to. The reaction was outrage. It should have been. However, it was also false. My lawyers, as you just heard from Rita Glavin, have reviewed the report over the past several days and have already raised serious issues and flaws that should concern all New Yorkers. Because when there is a bias or a lack of fairness in the justice system, it is a concern for everyone, not just those immediately affected. The most serious allegations made against me had no credible factual basis in the report. And there is a difference between alleged improper conduct and concluding sexual harassment. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not to say that there are not 11 women who I truly offended. There are. And for that, I deeply, deeply apologize.
11
I thought a hug and putting my arm around a staff person while
You know?
taking a picture was friendly. But she found it to be too forward. I kissed a woman on the cheek at a wedding, and I thought I was being nice, but she felt that it was too aggressive. I have slipped
against your
and
chest,
called
jackass.
people honey, sweetheart, and darling. I
You
meant
said
it to
nice
be
tits
endearing,
and ass.
but women found it dated and offensive. I said on national TV to a
honey.
doctor wearing PPE and giving me a COVID nasal swab, "You make that gown look good." I was joking.
Oh my.
Obviously,
You
otherwise I
make
wouldn't
that
have said it
gown
on
look
national
good, honey.
TV. But she found it disrespectful. I
said
take
on national
full
TV, but she
responsibility
thought it was
for my actions. I have been too familiar with people. My sense of humor can be insensitive and off-putting.
I'm sure it
do
was funny
hug
when he lifted
and
that chick's
kiss
dress and
people
squeezed her
casually.
tits. Yeah. Right?
Women and men.
Real funny.
I have done it all my life. It's who
That is
I've
kinda
been since I can remember. In my
It's
mind,
funny that he got caught.
I've never crossed the line with anyone. But
Never crossed the line.
I didn't
my
realize
fingers up
the
in
extent
cooch, you know?
to which the line has been redrawn.
He needs
There
an
are
American flag
generational
hockey
and
mask.
cultural shifts.
Yeah, you should know something about redrawing lines and shit, and moving goalposts and shit. I mean, that's part of the deal. If you're a Democrat, you're gonna move goalposts. You're gonna have double standards. I mean, that's how shit works, man.
That I just didn't fully appreciate. And I should have. No excuses. The report did bring to light a matter that I was not aware of, and that I would like to address. A female trooper relayed a concern that she found disturbing, and so do I. Please let me provide some context. The governor's trooper detail had about 65 troopers on it. But of the 65, only 6 women and 9 black troopers. I'm very proud of the diversity of my administration. It's more diverse than any administration in history. And I'm very proud of the fact that I have more women in senior positions than any governor.
That was what, 16 out of how many did he say? 30?
Yeah.
Over how?
9 black ones.
Out of 60.
There was
I like how that's like one of his,
so it was a
like,
third.
Yeah,
his defense is that I surround myself with women.
Yeah.
Right.
I have so many tits and ass around me. I
It's
couldn't
like,
help myself.
I'm a cocaine dealer. There's cocaine everywhere. You know, it's like, hello, you know, if you frisk Hunter Biden right now, I guarantee you'll find an 8-ball somewhere. Just, I
forgot about that one.
Yeah, exactly, right?
You lost another laptop. You know?
Yeah, that came out
I
this
heard about
week. He had mentioned to a prostitute on record that he had another laptop went missing, and he just don't know where the fuck it went.
What the hell?
He said they were trying to plant evidence on
So
him.
this is 3. This is 3 he's lost.
3?
Yeah. The one that he's talking about is also the one. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So he's lost at least 3 that they know of. It's crazy. I know, right?
That's our first son. America, man, the first son. That sounds like an American kid, right? You buy them 3 laptops and they keep fucking losing them. That's pretty typical of American. Like,
I
about
had
right.
so many titties around me, I couldn't help myself. I had to squeeze a couple pairs. Right?
Nice knocker, sister.
He ran out of meth and had to.
Yeah.
Well, the one he broke, right? The one that had all the problematic one.
Yeah.
That one he broke.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna roll.
Before me. The lack of diversity on the state police detail was an ongoing disappointment for me. In many ways, the governor's detail is the face of...
Listen to this shit, man. This guy is actually so fucking full of himself. He really has no self consciousness about exactly what he's doing and how he says it. He's a sociopath, y'all. He's on the dark triad. You know,
this is like watching a fucking covert narcissist.
Exactly. Well,
the overt narcissists are fine though.
You know what? He's a terrorist. There you go.
Yeah, overt narcissists on YouTube.
State government that people see.
Yeah, I can deal with the overt narcissist.
People see the detail that's with it. I was continuously trying to recruit more to diversify. On one occasion, I met two female troopers who were on duty at an event. Both seemed competent and impressive, and I asked the state police to see if they were interested in joining. I often meet people, men and women, and if they show promise, I refer them to be interviewed. The state police handled the interviewing and the hiring, and one of the two troopers eventually joined the detail. I got to know her over time, and she's a great professional. And I would sometimes banter with her when we were in the car. We spent a lot of time driving around the state.
That's my
this female trooper was getting married. And I made some jokes about the negative consequences of married life. I meant it to be humorous. She was offended, and she was right.
Yeah, like, why
the trooper also said that in an elevator I touched her back, and when I was walking past her in a doorway, I touched her stomach. Now, I don't recall doing it,
her stomach and
but
said,
if
hey,
she
I'm going to
said
put a
I
baby
did
in there.
I believe her.
I don't remember it, but
At public events, troopers will often hold doors open or guard the doorways.
Whatever.
When I walk past them, I often will give them a grip of the arm, a pat on the face, a touch on the stomach, a slap
Especially
on the
if they're a
back.
woman.
It's my way of saying,
I give all my
I see you, I appreciate you, and I thank you. I'm not comfortable just walking past and
It's in a
ignoring.
baby's belly. What the
Of course,
patting on his
usually
stomach?
they are male
Is he doing
troopers.
that with male guards and shit too?
In this case, I don't remember doing it
What's your
at all.
excuse, Cuomo?
I didn't do it
he's
consciously.
So,
I don't remember
so
doing it.
normalized.
I
Yeah,
did
he's
not
so
mean any
normalized
sexual
touching people that
connotation.
he
I
doesn't
did
know.
not
so
mean
many
any
weed
intimacy
gummies.
by it. I just wasn't thinking. It was totally thoughtless in the literal sense of the word, but it was also insensitive. It was embarrassing to her, and it was disrespectful. It was a mistake, plain and simple. I have no other words to explain it. I want to personally apologize to her and her family. I have the greatest respect for her and for the New York State Police. Now, obviously in a highly political matter like this, there are many agendas and there are many motivations at play. If anyone thought otherwise, they would be naive, and New Yorkers are not naive. But I want to thank the women who came forward with sincere complaints. It's not easy to step forward.
Sure, thanks.
But you did an important service. And you taught me, and you taught others an important lesson.
Well, and he had his fucking lawyers and shit attack every one of their, impugn their characters. And the lawyer was relentless. See, that's, it's like he's playing all nice and shit for the camera and shit. But in reality, he went after those bitches.
Can I pose an alternative hypothesis?
Alternate.
Okay, that all this is a stage and he's been given a giant payoff and this is his exit out.
Right.
And that's why he doesn't
Most
need to worry
likely.
about
Well,
what happens.
see, the deal is that the lady that's going to replace him is like one of those woke things, man. Like it's
He's
going to
the
get
attorney general.
Yeah, she.
Or attorney. Or,
yeah,
she,
what I
she's
mean
something
though
right
is
now.
even at like
Aspiring
a national scale from like the intelligence
Lieutenant
agency.
this is
as far as
just the
this
New York
rollout
way.
of the rollout of this whole the whole COVID tyranny. Like he was the forefront of that, and now it's just shut off. But yet he's not worried about his future. Kind of makes you wonder.
Yeah, exactly.
What's his insurance folder look like in his computer?
Yeah, no shit.
Personal boundaries must be expanded
from Hunter
and must be protected. I accept full responsibility. Part of being New York tough is being New York smart. New York smart tells us that this situation and moment are not about the facts. It's not about the truth. It's not about thoughtful analysis. It's not about how do we make the system better.
It is theater. It's
This is about politics. And our political system today is too often driven by the extremes. Rashness has replaced reasonableness. Loudness has replaced soundness. Twitter has become the public square for policy debate. There is an intelligent discussion to be had on gender-based actions, on generational and cultural behavioral differences, on setting higher standards, and finding reasonable resolutions.
Evacuate everybody.
But the political environment is too hot, and it is too reactionary for that now. And it is unfortunate. Now,
all right, this ain't New York.
you know me.
All right.
I am a New Yorker, born and bred. I am a fighter. And my instinct is to fight through this controversy because I truly believe it is politically motivated. I believe it is unfair and it is untruthful. And I believe it demonizes behavior that is unsustainable for society. If I could communicate the facts through the frenzy, New Yorkers would understand. I believe that. But when I took my oath as governor, then it changed. I became a fighter, but I became a fighter for you. And it is your best interest that I must serve.
What a hero,
This
guys.
situation, by its current trajectory, will generate months of political and legal controversy.
Yeah,
He's going to jump on that grenade for all of us and quit.
That is what is going to happen.
Right here.
That is how the political wind is blowing. It will
You should make
consume
a video
government.
on how
It will
to
cost
identify
taxpayers
a
millions of
covert
dollars.
narcissist.
It will brutalize people. The State Assembly yesterday outlined weeks of process that will then lead to months of litigation. Time and money that government should spend managing COVID, guarding against the Delta variant, reopening upstate, fighting gun violence, and saving New York City. All that time would be wasted. This is one of the most challenging times for government in a generation. Government really needs to function today. Government needs to perform. It is a matter of life and death, government operations. And wasting energy on distractions is the last thing that state government should be doing. And I cannot be the cause of that. New York tough means New York loving. And I love New York. And I love you. And everything I have ever done has been motivated by that love. And I would never want to be unhelpful in any way. And I think that given the circumstances,
Stop
the
reaching up
best
skirts.
way I can help
That's all you
now
had to do. You had one job.
is if I step aside and let government get back to governing. And therefore, that's what I'll do. Because I work for you. And doing the right thing is doing the right thing for you. Because as we say, it's not about me. It's about we. Kathy Hochul, my lieutenant governor, is smart and competent.
Go home, dude.
This transition must be seamless. We have a lot going on. I'm very worried about the Delta variant, and so should you be. But she can come up to speed quickly, and my resignation will be effective in 14
Remember,
days.
there's
To my team,
the things that everybody's
Melissa
focusing
DeRosa,
on
Robert
other than
Mahika,
me.
Beth Garvey, Stephanie Benton, Dana Caratanudo, Kelly Cummings, Rich Azzapardi, Howard Zucker, Rick Cotton, Jan Oliver, Jack Davies, and the hundreds of dedicated administration officials. I want to say this. Thank you. Thank you. And be proud. We made New York State the progressive capital of the nation. No other state government accomplished more to help people.
That's a horrible
And that is
title.
what it's all about. Just think about what we did. We passed marriage equality, creating a new civil right, legalized love for the LGBTQ community, and we generated a force for change that swept the nation. We passed the SAFE Act years ago, the smartest gun safety law in the United States of America, and it banned the madness of assault weapons. We've saved countless lives with that law.
Sure, that stopped.
$15 minimum wage, the highest minimum wage in the nation, lifting millions of families' standard of living, putting more food on the table and clothes on their backs. And we led the nation in economic justice with that reform.
And you took it right away with the coup
You
shit.
also led the nation in
Nice pause game.
Yeah.
and you also led the nation in what was it? People fleeing from the state.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yes.
We have managed every emergency Mother Nature could throw at us. Fires, floods, hurricanes, superstorms, and pandemics. We balanced the state budget, and we got it done on time, more than any other administration, because government should work and perform. Free college tuition for struggling families. Nobody in this state will be denied their college dream because
I'm
of
sure
their
it's
income.
not free.
We have built new airports, rail, transit, roads all across this state faster and better than ever before. And more than any state in the nation. The most effective green economy program in the nation. We did more for Black and Latino families than any other administration. We did more for working families. We did more for our union brothers and sisters. We did more to battle racism and anti-Semitism. Today, so much of the politics is just noise, just static. And that's why people tune it out. What matters is actually improving people's lives. And that's what you did.
COVID.
You made this state a better state for the generations that follow. And that is undeniable, inarguable, and true, even in these ugly, crazy times. I thank Speaker Carl Heastie and Leader Andrea Stewart-Cousins for their leadership. And let me say this on a personal note. In many ways, I see the world through the eyes of my daughters, Cara, Mariah, and Michaela. They are 26 and 26, twins, and 23. And I have lived this experience with and through them. I have sat on the couch with them, hearing the ugly accusations for weeks. I have seen the look in their eyes and the expression on their faces.
Wait, for weeks.
And it hurt. I want my three jewels to know this. My greatest goal is for them to have a better future than the generations of women before them. It is still in many ways a man's world. It always has been. We have sexism that is culturalized and institutionalized.
You need to throw this in there, huh?
My daughters have more talent and natural gifts than I ever had. I want to make sure that society allows them to fly as high as their wings will carry them. There should be no assumptions, no stereotypes, no limitations. I want them to know from the bottom of my heart that I never did and I never would intentionally disrespect a woman or treat any woman differently than I would want them treated. And that is the God's honest truth. Your dad made mistakes.
And he got caught.
And he apologized.
Yeah.
And he learned from it. And that's what life is all about. And I know the political process is flawed. And I understand there's cynicism and distrust and disappointment now. But don't give it up. Because government is still the best vehicle for making positive social change.
Oh, shit.
Lastly, I want to remind all New Yorkers of an important lesson, and one that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. And that's what you New Yorkers did in battling COVID. The enemy landed in New York State. COVID launched the attack here. It came on planes from Europe, and we had no idea. It was an ambush. And it was up to New Yorkers to fight back. We were on our own, and it was war. Nurses, doctors, essential workers became our frontline heroes. Hospitals became the battlegrounds. Streets were still, and sirens filled the city's silence. Trailers carried the bodies of our fallen brothers and sisters. But you refused to give up, and you fought back, and you won, going from the highest infection rate in the nation to one of the lowest. No one thought we could do it, but you did it. You led the nation, and you showed the way.
Yeah, and covered the numbers.
And how you did it is what's most important. You did it together. Not as black New Yorkers or white New Yorkers, not as LGBTQ New Yorkers or straight New Yorkers or Democrats or Republicans or upstate or downstate or Jewish, Muslim, Protestant or Catholic New Yorkers, but as one community, one family, the family of New York. You overcame the naysayers and the haters and the fear and the division, and you unified and you rose and you overcame and you saved lives. And that was powerful in its effect. It was beautiful to see.
He won't shut the fuck up.
And it was an honor to lead.
I know.
Please remember that lesson. Hold it dear and hold it up high for this nation to see, because it is New York State at her finest, creating her legacy, fulfilling her destiny, giving life and animation to the lady in the harbor, saying, Excelsior, we can be better, we can reach higher, and proclaiming E pluribus unum, out of many one, unity, community, love. That is our founding premise and our enduring promise. And that is the salvation of this nation that it so desperately needs to hear. Thank you for the honor of serving you. It has been the honor of my lifetime. God bless you.
Edward, we're just getting word right now that Governor Cuomo has announced he is resigning from the governorship. He took this near the end of his remarks, so it caught a lot of people off guard. Of course, President Biden had recommended, after all of these allegations came to light from the Attorney General's report, that he should step down. Do we know, Edward, whether there were any updated conversation between the two?
Yeah, at this point, we don't know if there's any conversation between the two, but there was certainly public pressure. You heard all the way up to even this weekend, the president stressing that Cuomo should resign, sticking by those comments that he had said in the past. The White House press secretary also echoing that the president stands firm on what he believes, that if this report proved true, then therefore the governor should resign. The governor had no political friends basically at the end. You saw his closest advisors starting to resign there, so there was really no avenue for him. The White House, likely expected this. We are going to ask, get an updated status. The president, we do expect we will hear from him later this afternoon on this reconciliation bill. We'll probably get a comment related to this too.
From the first open accuser of Governor Cuomo, Lindsey Bowen, tagged Carl Hesty, which I thought was interesting. She started tweeting as he was talking, and one by one, she wanted Carl Hesty to know, when will enough be enough with the victim blaming and smears?
Right. It would be part of the justice for these sexual abuse, sexual harassment victims. And it's not just the fact that he and his attorney are trying to smear their reputations. And it strains credulity for them to suggest that these 11 women somehow came together and colluded with one another to accuse this man of just being overly friendly. We know that's not what happened. And also, one of the bigger problems laid out in Attorney General Tish James's report is the retaliation that they took, Cuomo and his cronies, his small inner circle of ghouls, to go after these women who had accused him. And it is laid out in great detail, including involving the chairwoman of the Time's Up legal defense. Remember that from the Me Too movement? Roberta Kaplan has since resigned from that post because she was involved in crafting, or at least reading a letter at crafting the response or retaliation against these victims. I've been talking about this governor, former governor, in 14 days, since right after the nursing home order was handed down in March of 2020. And I've been walking around with that very order on my phone since last year because Governor Cuomo and Howard Zucker, who is a commissioner of health, they scrubbed it off the internet so people couldn't find it. I've been talking about it and tweeting about it and getting angrier and angry about the order that sent 15,000 elderly people to their deaths, but the cover-up and the lying, and Governor Cuomo favoring his relatives but sicking his ghouls on the grieving family members of the dead elderly, including Janice Dean and her sister-in-law. And Tish James earlier this year in January released a report, which by the way is enough to impeach this man, that that found that he did cover up the COVID-related nursing home deaths that benefited him to the tune of $5 million in that book deal. Remember, he also won an Emmy. Oh, and in terms of what he didn't do to help New Yorkers suffering from COVID, he brought the comfort ship was sent here, the Mercy Hospital from the U.S. Navy. Nobody was sent there. How did that help anybody? It didn't. He fear-mongered the vaccine. He went after President Trump, and he said that he needed his own team of people here in New York to go over the scientific adequacy of that vaccine. So in terms of what this man has done, somebody came up to me privately not that long ago and looked at me and said, "You were right about this governor all along. You were telling us last year that he was no good, that he was working in his best interest, that he was a bully." And I will just end on this. He's clearly had a complex living up to the legacy of his father, Mario Cuomo. Mario Cuomo was elected to 3 terms as governor of New York, as was his son, Andrew Cuomo. Mario Cuomo served those 3 terms. Andy Cuomo, 14 days from now, did not. A failure in every way.
A failure. Get him.
They're still not going to prosecute him.
They'll be like, there's not enough evidence.
There's not enough evidence.
So we got 10 minutes to just chill out and talk about what we just watched, man.
I'm scared of what I just watched.
Yeah, it was. And I tried because Bubonic's right. There's a lot of shit that happened this week, man. And but I wanted to definitely document the Butcher of Broadway. So that'll be there somewhere. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call him, man. So
What you mean the love gov?
the love gov.
It just gives me the heebie-jeebs.
I got some love for that gov.
You got a lot of love.
I got some love for the live chat. Hey, live chat.
I was gonna say I got some lead love for that gov, but
That's what I'm saying. You know, I guess nobody here has ever watched the movie Blue Velvet.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, where Frank Booth says,
movie, man.
yeah, he said he'll send a love letter straight from his heart. It's a bullet from a fucking gun. That's a great movie, man. Yeah, I know. I'm a David Lynch freak, so it is what it is.
I couldn't get into it. That movie weirded me out, man. He's like doing the fucking. I'd never seen
It's a
anybody
David
do
Lynch.
whippets like that or something, you know?
Yeah.
That was just too weird.
What about Lost Highway?
Well, you want to talk?
I've never seen Lost Highway.
That's a good movie too, man.
It's got such a good soundtrack.
Yeah, it's very atmospheric. That's what Lynch is more about, atmosphere than anything, right? I think
About a freaky deaky atmosphere.
Exactly, putting that freak vibe out there. It's good shit. I love it.
Did he make? Who made Dune?
He made Dune. Yeah, he sure did. With the Kyle MacLachlan version. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's him. It'll be interesting what Villeneuve does with Dune. So I'm excited about it. There's supposed to be a 5-hour cut of it coming up.
Is it going to be closer to the book, or is it, or books? I guess I should say. Do we know?
Well, I mean, if it's going to last 5 hours long, I would imagine he would be getting into more story, right?
I hope so, but
did you see?
How long was the old one?
Did you see Blade Runner 2049?
no, I haven't watched it yet. I've been resistant.
Yeah. Oh, you should check it out. Just to get a feel for. Yeah. See, the dude's aesthetics is incredible. So, Dune's going to look great, if anything. Yeah. So,
yeah, I love 2049. It's like one of the. There's a lot of people like that. A lot of people.
I know shit.
That just hate on it, and they're like, act like that the first one's this perfect movie. I'm like, they had to remake and re-release the first one 5 times to get it right in the version that everyone quotes.
Right.
Like, in order for the storyline to be what it is, that's the common accepted storyline. That's not the movie that was released. That's like the movie I saw in '94.
Right.
Oh, you're right.
And they're just butthurt because it's a remake and everyone wants their shit to be like, oh, you can't touch that. It's, It's
people get so puristy and everything. Like, the original has to be like the greatest about everything always, but like not always.
At the core, it's film noir, right? And with the science fiction like setting, and if you focus on the noir part of it, that captures the entire vibe of it. Even trying to read fucking Electric Sheep, one thing about Dick is that he was really good. He liked detective shit, right?
Yes.
That came out. That comes out in his stuff. So, and I'm one of those people that I try to read Dick, and it's hard. Reading Dick is hard. So.
Yeah, I read it. It's like just getting past the argument with his wife in the beginning is just like,
yeah. It's tough, man.
I really like the aspect of because originally, Deckard wasn't a robot. Like, that wasn't the deal.
Deckard, right? Yeah, he was a Blade Runner.
Yeah, he was, and so the idea of a human falling in love with a synth, right? Yeah, and that staging down of, you could say, consciousness or being, and that thing is just shown again in 2049 between Kay and the what's the chick's name, the one who's like his wifey.
Oh yeah, the AI.
Where you have a physical structure of of what K is, you know, and then
Right.
you have the breakdown from that, which would be a staging down just the same way as the human to the.
Dude, that chick is gorgeous. I mean,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
breathtakingly gorgeous. It's just
Well,
yeah.
so was Rachel. I mean, Rachel. Was
Oh
Miss
yeah,
Love.
dude, absolutely.
I'll
No,
tell you
no,
what,
no.
and I love,
She was
I love
gorgeous when
Love.
she was younger.
Like I'm hot as shit for Love. Love's like, yeah. That's, you know who I'm talking about? That's the badass scent.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. The
yeah, her
yeah,
name's Love.
the hunter. Yeah.
She's badass. Like,
dude. Yeah.
So
that-
I should watch it then. I've been
yeah.
very
There's like, all right. So there's like 4 companion pieces that kind of explain what happens between the first movie and then this one, right? Because there's a kind of a revolution in robots and robot or replicants. They're not really robots, you know. I mean, it's all meat. You know, there's no hardcore. You know, it's all like genetically built stuff, or you know, built from molecule up, right?
Ford tough. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, yeah, but I mean, if you cut them, they bleed like we do, right? So, but so that's so that they become illegal on Earth, and then they quit making them that intelligent, the Nexus 6, and there's like there are 4 little short films that explain it, and I recommend checking all that stuff out. And if you want to. It's on YouTube. All that stuff's on YouTube. Just look up Blade Runner 2049.
I really like the one where he is proposing the new models.
Yeah, Jared Leto.
Yeah, Jared Leto's so great in that movie. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a Jared Leto fan, like, at all.
Mm.
I'm not a fan of his except in that movie.
When he
Like,
played the Joker,
Shit.
I thought he sounded like Jim Carrey the whole time he played the Joker.
Yeah,
And
I
was
thought
like,
he
what?
sounded like the Riddler. You're right.
Yeah, well,
Like his mannerisms and everything.
yeah, dude, exactly, the Riddler. Fucking.
They should have gotten Christian Slater to play the Joker.
Right?
You know who I think?
Yes.
Is,
he's
have you
like
seen
Jack
the Have you seen the William Dafoe Joker
Yeah,
thing?
he definitely looks great. Looks like
William
a Joker
Dafoe
type.
would make a great Joker.
I think Christian Slater, or if they like,
Letter Pete.
he could be like.
Did you
a
check your
Riddler,
DMs,
too.
Pete? By the way, sorry, y'all. I was just because I had deemed him and he never answered me. So anyway, I know. Don't you hate that shit? So let's get all right. Let's see. All right, so we're getting close to closing out here. Let's start at the alphabetically like we always do. And A is for Atema. What you got coming up?
Well, as soon as I get my voice back, I don't know.
I hope you get it back before Wednesday.
Fucking right.
Yeah.
That's gonna really upset me. Hopefully it comes back soon. If not, this is gonna like bonk and piss me off. But we will be. We're doing a really exciting thing this Wednesday with a homeschooling lady who runs a website that, if you've homeschooled at all over the last couple of years, you've probably come across her site. She's got a bunch of shit there. It's called The Reason We Learn.
Right.
She has a YouTube channel. I didn't know she had a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I went to the website for forever.
The
not
reason
knowing
I
she
saw
had a
her,
YouTube
the
channel.
reason I saw her, I mean, she came up on my radar was because she was on with Carl and Borchenko one Friday, and they were breaking down a video together, and I had just happened to pull that up, and I really love her shit, man. Her content is really based, and so and she'll be a good click for the XD bunch. So she is going to be on Wednesday night. Her name is Deb Philman. The Reason We Learn is the channel here on YouTube. So
And that's her website as well. She does unschooling, which is something I do.
yeah, she's
So-
awesome. Yeah,
She's a really interesting person. So
definitely a lot of
that's-
experience in education too.
Yes. So I'm looking forward to that.
When
'cause
tomorrow
it'll be
night,
nice
I
to
don't
have a
know.
little brain pick.
Tomorrow night, I think we're going to go through that abolitionist teaching thing that
Okay.
we haven't gone through yet. So All right, Asherella, what do you got coming up, sister?
I have a Smashing Pumpkins video that will go up tomorrow, and then maybe another random video on Sunday. Smashing Pumpkins.
Who's
that? I do Smashing Pumpkins like reaction videos because they're my favorite band ever. If the voice of my heart is William Patrick Corgan. If you know one thing about me, it is that the Smashing Pumpkins are my favorite band ever. Yeah, so I've got a Smashing Pumpkins video going up tomorrow. It was actually supposed to go up today, but I don't know. YouTube will not process it, so I've got to like re-render the video and try to upload it again. And I might have another video on Sunday, and then, you know, Kino and commentary as usual, and that's kind of randomly uploaded.
Yeah, click those links, fam.
Can I drop?
Subscribe
can I put my link in the channel?
Okay? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, in the chat rather. Yeah. So that's basically it. You know, I usually have about 2 videos go up a week. If I'm like lazy or extra busy, only 1. But yeah, regular content for sure.
Sweet. All right, Bubonic, how about you, bro?
Let's see, we got the super secret comfy streams on Monday night around 8ish. We're trying to keep the slot open because Asherella's going to be streaming on Mondays too. So
yeah. Oh yes.
Yes. Yeah, see. Thanks. So we're trying to get into that routine. It'll be a back stream.
Little dovetail, yeah.
Indeed.
Like
yeah, and then we got Informative Massacre Porn on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. And I've been trying to upload those the movies. It's Kino and commentary. It's just a movie review, and we just talk shit over it. We're like, I like how Asherella put it the one time was that, you know, it's basically like we're the loud, annoying people in the movie.
In the theater, yeah. That's right.
The people that you want to tell to shut the fuck up. And they're talking over everything.
Yeah, and so yeah, I have that going on.
Never mind.
I'm going to be going after like I had said in my 2 minutes of hate that we're going to be doing pretty soon. We're going to be opening up the way after school specials because we got unfinished. Word Gang's got unfinished business with some fucking piece of trash out of the Philippines. So,
ooh,
yeah,
sounds intense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This guy got out of prison because that's just corrupt as fuck over there, and he got caught with. They got it on film. Like the press went in with the cops and caught this guy with 2 naked sisters that were, I believe, 11 and 13. And he's in his underwear in the bed, and he's got all kinds of porn and shit on his phone. He was doing a thing called it was called the French Fry Fund, where he was going into these like now Philippines poor is not like American poor. It's like third world poor. And he was going in there and with his fake ass modeling company and his French Fry Fund and enticing these girls with, I mean, literally like doing basically like mail order brides with these girls.
What's his name?
His name's B-Bots. I forget what his thing is now. If you just look up B-Bots, his name's Mark Hatley. He was kicked out of the United States because he got caught on a medical fraud. He was a nurse, and they were doing medical fraud, and he turned snitch, and then they let him go to the Philippines with $250,000, and he used that money to start up this whole child trafficking, and it's sex tourism with mail order brides. When I started fucking with him and got him to get off to you know, kind of just did my thing. They were opening up they were financing to open up a basically like a house on a college campus to start recruiting college girls for sex tourism.
Wow.
Oh.
So yeah.
It's terrifying.
Okay, Shagun, what you got coming up?
Boo pretty much covered it. I mean, with the informative massacre porn, so
sweet.
Yeah, and the Kino and commentary. That's all I pretty much aside from this. So follow Boo.
That's right. Links are in the chat. People use them. Subscribe. Stone Monkey, what you got coming, bro?
Wednesdays on Twitch, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
So that'd be like 8 Central and 9 Pacific. Yeah. Killer. Trippy, what you got coming up?
I don't know. I might be doing Sunday. I may be doing Sunday. I don't know.
What about Wednesday afternoon?
But yeah, we got Wednesday. We got the White Boys Watch World Star on a Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to keep that as part of the title, but
I like the 420. I like the time, man.
Yeah,
that's a good time, dude. That's
Right.
a solid slot. I'm
Seems to
thinking.
catch really good people.
Indeed.
We didn't do it this Wednesday because my power kept going out. That's why I switched it to Thursday.
That's right. Yeah. I remember that.
I forgot to change the title. People were like, why'd you say Wednesday when it's Thursday? Unless it's really Wednesday. And I'm like, it's Thursday.
Well, you know, Sparky and them do that Thursday news on Wednesday night thing.
It's a great show.
Yeah. Sparky's a good guy, man. Good people.
Sparky's Tech Corner?
Yes. No. Aircraft Sparky.
Oh, dirt.
I was talking about him, but I was like,
that's what I meant to say was aircraft.
Right.
I'm sorry.
All right, fam. Well, all right. So on my agenda, of course, XD tomorrow night. Like I said, we're going to be looking at the Abolitionist Teaching Network or whatever the fuck it is. And Sunday, I'm going to be talking with Virgie. Yes, Surgeon with Virgie.
Yay.
Yes, and Monday, Becca and I will probably talk about North Korea. So as Kim Jong-il's face just leaves us, and
Winnie the Pooh. Oh, wait, no, wrong guy.
I'm out of shit to say. What about y'all? All right, say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Good night. Bye.
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 And fuck you twice, Matt.